Welcome back, everybody. There are so many new spots popping up in Austin, you may be overwhelmed for choice. Food journalist Ali Khan of Ali Khan Eats joins us once again with his Best Bites series to talk about some of his great finds and possible rediscoveries in the last month. And we always adore his presence. Ali, good morning.
Oh my God, it's so great to be here.
Yes, of course it is, and we're always happy to have you. Cambodian food, not normally the first thing we talk about.
No,
In fact,
I mean,
I don't
know
that you could put me in a corner and say, is this Cambodian food? I don't know that I could recognize it.
Totally. And you know what? Like, my experience with it is arguably almost as limited, but I did have a great one very recently. So, it is AAPI month too. So what a great reason to bring this one up. So first and foremost, it's all about Chanda Mao, who's this wonderful person. I discovered her on Instagram. She does these pop-ups.
Feed me right, Mao.
I know, feed me right, Mao. And she is. She's just so awesome. And she, she's chirping away. She's like, come to my pop-up. I went. So Cambodian food is, a country that is in Southeast Asia. You're going to get those influences. So the big influences are going to be some of those flavors, like the curry spices from India, some of that kind of like umami, the funky stuff from like Thailand.
Sure.
And then obviously China's a rather large influence in Asian food in general, right? So she just, look, very limited. We just did this little pop-up. She did these great little meat skewers. I think every country in the world does some sort of kebab. These are those tiny little skewers, flank steak, just grilled over charcoal. What Texan wouldn't love that? But I'll tell you, the boneless, she takes a chicken wing, she debones it, and then she stuffs it with like a pork sausage with like, garlic and onions and minty herbs and stuff. Now, I had one of these at Izakaya in Tokyo, and I was like, this is freaking amazing. And then she makes them. I'm very, very stoked. Don't know a lot about Cambodian food, but I know this. Chanda is awesome. And those wings, dude, oh my God.
Awesome.
Trust me.
Cool. I'm learning something today.
Yeah.
Feed me right, Mao. Okay.
Feed me right, man.
We are going to talk burgers. Burgers
Yes.
is a typical topic for us. You are a burger king.
I can't get away from them. Every time I do these, I'm like, ugh, am I a one-trick pony?
You are not. You're so important that, in fact, our next guest is going to talk about you being a burger judge.
That's
coming
true.
Up soon.
Look, I like burgers. We all love burgers. So Jabs is a new spot. They're at Fairground. It's the same team that did Shawarma Point. Okay?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which is also at Fairground too. What I love about this smash burger is that it is, first of all, these guys spent 37 versions to get their secret sauce right.
Wow.
They use Creekstone Farms, which is a premium beef. I think that's the brisket you'll find at Franklin Barbecue. And the burger, a double's $10. A double is $10.
This is him going back to Cheap Eats.
This is Cheap Eats stuff here. In 2025, you want lettuce and tomato, that's another $1. A triple's $13.
13. You'd be real full for $13.
Yes.
And I love the jalapenos that I'm seeing. So it sounds okay,
It's a
the burger
local.
place is a
Yeah.
good place. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Another one that tends to come up, pizza.
Okay, so check this out. So I like the meats. My son loves the carbs, So I was at this event at a brewery at Austin Beer Works, and there was a pizza spot there. It's called Obsidian. Now, I know sometimes some of the viewers are kind of farther out, not just in downtown-y Austin or whatever.
Yeah.
So Obsidian's actually a brewery in Leander.
Okay.
That also makes pizza. Here's a little rule of
I
thumb.
like the look of that pizza.
If you can make beer, you can make bread. And if you can make bread, you can make some good pizza. These pizzas are like 12-inch. It's thick enough, $15. He loves it. And it's one of those pies where it's like 2 slices feels like 3. So it's actually got some good value, because these days, I tell you, pizza, you want to talk about Cheap Eats, it ain't pizza anymore in Austin.
Yeah.
But I like this one. It's a solid pie. And you know what? For me, a great pizza is, I want to eat the crust. I get a nice salt to it too. It's got a great undercarriage. It's just really wood fired up. I sound like Portnoy right now. Yeah. No flop. I don't know about the no flop thing, but it's a solid pie, and I can literally buy it. It'll feed my kid for 2 meals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so if you are talking about Cheap Eats, once you start dividing that back up, yes.
Not bad.
All right. I just have to say, are you truly though a thin crust fan? Like at the bottom of your heart, being a St. Louis man?
I mean, okay, I do like a thin crust pie, but I'm also the first person to throw emos under a bus. We may have to have a... Oh, yeah. I know. trust
Emos
me.
is my favorite.
I
food
have
jingle.
set people off. Of all the blog posts I've ever done on Ali Khan Eats, I got 50 plus comments. I never get comments. I got 55 comments when I trashed emos in a loving way. Sorry, St. Louis. You have great food. It's just not emos. I feel that way about Whataburger.
I feel the exact opposite about emos. I love it, and the thing is, feeding like your son multiple meals. I could eat emos because it's a cracker thin crust.
Yeah.
In one sitting. So to
it's
be fair,
insane.
you've got some point there.
Yeah.
All right, last minute left.
Yes.
Barbecue, hit me up.
Okay, brand new barbecue spot, Parish Barbecue. I feel like I'm under the gun. It's over by Batch. Holden Folco. He worked at Franklin. He worked at Interstellar. But here's the thing: he's from Louisiana, so he's bringing a new spin here.
Cajun
okay,
spices.
yeah. So it's not so much in the rub, but it's in. He does duck. He does a smoked ham. He's doing a muffaletta. But this is the craziest thing. He is the only barbecue guy I have met in Texas who uses hickory. And I'm telling you, it's different. The ribs hit different. The brisket hits different. And he does, it's just a really, I think for me, a very interesting, exciting chapter that you have someone doing some elements of craft Texas barbecue, but using that hickory.
Yeah.
It's different.
And
it's
duck,
different.
too. Ooh, okay.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna have to check that out.
Dude, yeah, he's got some stuff going on.
Sounds
Yeah.
cool. All right. Per usual, I have learned a lot during our conversation. Ali, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
All right,
Always a
guys,
pleasure.
tune in next month to learn more about Ali's picks and keep up with his blog. And you know what? I'm also going to say his Instagram, where you can learn more about his World's Greatest Dad podcast, because I've been getting a lot of joy out of that. Anyway, his website is alikhaneats.com.